Hi, my new people. Welcome and welcome back to Smart Investment Consultants. My name is John. If you are new here, kindly consider subscribing to our channel. If you are a returning subscriber, we really appreciate you and look forward to your feedback. Today, I want to tackle a very simple topic that I've seen a lot of inquiries on, and that is how we are able to, or what is the advantage of you having a limited company over business name. So we are going to deal if you are really right now registering a new business. Why should you consider registering a limited company over a business name? If, for example, you have a business name, why should you consider converting it to a limited company? Because if you have already registered a business name, it is easy to convert because you continue using the same name to convert that business name to a limited company. So I'll be dealing with majorly four reasons on why, despite that, when you are registering a business name, it's less costly. The legal framework involved is limited. The documentation is limited. Why is it not advisable at this age in 2025 to register a business name? So, number one, advantage of why I should have a limited company is what we talk about a limited liability protection. So for a limited liability protection, we are talking about a separate legal entity. Now, when you register a business name, it's only that you have been given a name. A name has been preserved for your business. Anything else, all the other liabilities is on you. What do we mean by a liability? Consider you have borrowed using a business name in a bank. So you are running a business, you have borrowed over a business name. If you default, your personal property can be used by the bank to recover the loan because you and the business are not separate legal entity. But considering you have a private limited company, the bank can only auction what is limited to the company. It cannot auction your personal property. That is the reason you hear people who are declared bankrupt, but they are still rich. Why? Because their property was hidden in a limited company, which was not touchable on a personal basis. Another consideration is, for example, consider you're in creative industry, you are DJ, you are doing a performance somewhere, and there arises maybe let's say a crisis, some of Rugwe. So if you are using a business name, it is you as a person who will be sued for the damages. If you are performing there as a company, then it means only the company which will be sued. They cannot sue you as a person, they are supposed to sue the company. So that is number one advantage why I should consider a private limited company over a business name. Let's move to point number two, which now is very, very important, especially in this era we are talking about e-teams and about KRA. So we are talking about tax and tax audits. Now, you realize that once you register a business name, you cannot have a separate PIN for that business name. It continues to use your personal PIN. But when you register a company, since it's a separate legal entity, it is issued with a company PIN. Now, number one, how do we come about that? Now, as a business or as a business name, when it uses your personal PIN, when you are required to have, for example, a tax compliance, and you as a person have defaulted on KRA, then even the business name can never have a tax compliance certificate. But if you have defaulted as an individual and you have a company that is compliant, then the company can have a tax compliance certificate. Tax compliance certificate mostly will be required by banks, the financial institutions, if you want a loan, or when you get a tender. Secondly, about tax audits, I think it's arising cases whereby you hear people are being audited by KRA. Maybe when KRA find like you are doing a business and they feel that the tax you are paying is not sufficient, or you are evading tax, then they can conduct a tax audit on you. Now, if you have a business name, when they are doing the tax audit, they'll ask you for the M-Pesa statements and the bank statements. So if it's about a business name, because you are not separate, even your own cash, maybe someone sent you a gift through M-Pesa, there is another money you are doing, any other business apart from the current business that is being audited, it passed through your bank account, it will still be audited, and they will require you to prove that that is not money meant for that business, which is not very easy. But now, if they conduct a tax audit for your limited company, your personal M-Pesa statements and your bank statements will not be audited. So, even if there is no any other case where you should consider having a limited company of a business name, this is the case. Number 3, there is a better business credibility and trust. When you go to most of the tenders to deal with NGOs, the government, they want to engage companies and not business name. So there will be your business will have better credibility and trust when you are working as a limited company. Number 4 is about business continuity. Now, what you realize, once you register a business name, you cannot transfer this business name to another person. So if you want to transfer this or you want to transfer your properties to your sons, to your next of kin, to your daughters, you cannot be able to transfer a business name. But now, when you have a limited company, you can be able now to transfer your shares to the next of kin or to the person you want to manage your business. Therefore, it has a better succession planning when you have a limited company over a business name. Lastly but not least is that easier transfer or sale of business. Now, you have heard the people have sold companies. So when I'm operating a limited company and maybe I don't want to operate it anymore, or someone wants to use it for other purpose. For example, someone get a tender and they are asked to use a business or to use a company that has been in existence for more than 5 years. This person can join your company and you're able to transfer shares to them and use that company to do that business. And now you gain by selling a part of that company or the whole of that company to them. But as we had said earlier, you cannot be able to transfer a business name. So when you die with it. It can never be transferred to someone else. So these are majorly the advantage why in this 2025 you should consider registering a limited company over having a business name. The business name might be cheap, but again, cheap is very expensive. So my advice is if you are looking forward to register a business, consider registering a limited company over a business name. In any case, you already have a business name, don't go ahead to register a company. The mistake I've seen with most people, then they consult later, is that they go start, for example, let's say for my business case here is called Smart Invest. I've registered it as a business name. Now, the moment I realize that company is more legit or is more or is better than business name, I go now to register a company by the name of Smart Invest Consultants. When I do that, I'll not be granted that name. Why? Because that business name is already taken when I applied. So what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed now to go through a process that we call conversion of a business name to a limited company. So I can just log into my eCitizen and start converting now my business name to a limited company. So what happens, or the importance of this is that I'll retain the name Smart Invest Consultant, but no longer as an enterprise or as a business name, but now as a limited company. So I'll continue using the same trade name to operate, but now I'm operating this as a limited company. In case you require any of these services, our numbers are here. You can also join our YouTube channel. Here you are. If you navigate through our channel by subscribing and checking other videos, We have clearly explained the advantage of converting this business name to a limited company, or now how do you go about registering a limited company on its own. Should you have any challenges or question, our numbers are already attached here on this poster. Feel free to reach to us through WhatsApp, and we'll be able to assist you. So in case of any other feedback or a question, you can put it in the comment section and you let us know on how we can be able to assist you. Thank you and see you in the next video.